Hello, Bronson Peschelkai with the Voice News again with the final update to the basketball games that were happening here in Toledo with the Owens Express. Right now we have the bus behind me is the men's and women's team from Tri-C getting back onto the bus. It's a disappointing day for them as both teams have lost. The women's team started out playing first. They lost the game with a score of 42-80. 9, and the final score for the men's team here is 40-74.
The men's team hoping to bring their conference standing to 3-4, take to the floor with their star shooter sidelined. Josh Regan out 2 games after minor surgery on his foot. He should be back in the game on the courts next game. It was a slow-moving first half. He had the ball in play 8.5 minutes. Cornelius Gilliam throws to Chris Sanders, who makes a 3-point attempt. Not going to happen. Under the hoop, Loftus grabs it, makes the basket. Tri-C in the lead again, 7-6. Now, with just over 5 minutes left in the first half, Loftus scores yet another goal in the game, bringing the score up to trail Owens by 1 point. It's the last time the scores are neck and neck. Less than a half minute on the clock, first half. Challengers in a deficit of 14 points. Mike Krampasky sends the ball to Loftus. Foul call on Owens' top shooter, James Kelly, who was named Player of the Week in the conference. Loftus here shooting his free throw. There he goes, makes it. Here again, shooting his second free throw. It's in the net. He shoots 3 of 4 free throws in this game. End of the first half, Express 31, Challengers 19. It's interesting to note, at this point, Connor Mabry scored 4 points in the first half, just under Loftus's 6 points. Here's the second half. Mabry about to come out of his shell. Here he is assisting to Chris Sanders. He drives it to the basket. And the rest of the game, it's all Mabry. He ends up shooting 5 of 6 free throws. And his total scoring points is 16, which is the most of all players in this game. Unfortunately, in the end, Tri-C loses the game 74-40. Coach White says the team needs to be more disciplined. Conference standings now is 2-5.
Our kids have a problem with following the game plan, okay? And when we miss, all right, the scoring that we have, you've got to execute more. You've got to be more patient, okay? And that right now is missing from us, patience and running offense. They've got to be more disciplined. You know, basketball is a game of discipline, okay? And you have to be disciplined with the 5 guys that are on the floor working properly together, working together. And that's the problem. Somebody's got to step up, okay? You know, when you got a kid that scores so heavily as Josh, everybody depends upon him. They're not used to stepping up, okay? Hopefully we can get some of that going down the line.
Yeah, Josh is a beast, man. We're not the same team without him. He gives us 25 points or more a night, 10 rebounds. We got killed on the boards tonight. I mean, he's the best player we got. It's tough without him. As you can see tonight, we lost to them by like 15 last game. Yeah. We lost to them by 30 tonight. I mean, we weren't playing too well. We weren't running offense too well, so I was trying to get some shots up, trying to get us back into the game, but we were just down by so much. There's nothing I could do.
We are in Toledo, Ohio, where the basketball teams are taking on the Toledo Owens Express team. The women started out today at 5:30, and the top story of that game is that the Lady Challengers may have lost their best player for the rest of the season. Point guard Derica Mahone went down hard on the floor. She said she heard a pop, and she laid there for several minutes in agony, clutching her right knee. Now, a trainer took a look at it and said she may have torn her ACL, but she said to see a doctor for more on that.
Here's the fall again in slow-mo. You see her driving down the floor on the left side, and there, right there, her ankle gets extended in such a weird and awkward angle. Ouch! Drops right to the floor. The Owens trainer tells her and the coach that it could be a torn ACL in her right knee, and directed her to go see a doctor right away. We are still awaiting the results from a doctor's consult at this time. There's Derica Mahone being taken off the court by the trainer and her coach. this difficult time for the team. Here's what he had to say.
There goes the rest of the season. It's my best player, so it was a horrible thing. We're just going to try to get through it. You know, she was the only point guard that we had. My other guard is really a two guard, so we're going to try to get through the rest of the season best way we can.
I don't know what happened. I was driving to the hoop, and I think it extended, and it like popped.
Ice soothing her injured knee, Derica Mahone watches the second half of the game from the bench. The show must go on. In this play, Chelsea Hicks gets the ball. She's behind the three-point line. Can she get it? Swish! Nice. A little later in the second, Hicks tries to hand off to Shayla Miller, but, whoa, stolen by Owens Mashia Smith. Not good for the Lady Challengers. A major shooter in this game, Colleen Huberty, makes a three-pointer. Huberty contributing 16 points total in this game while Derica is out, but nothing in the end will help out. The Lady Challengers lose to the Owens Express 89-42, bringing their conference standing to 1-5.
Well, first of all, we short-handed. You know, I got one of my most physical players was ejected for 2 games last game, so had a flagrant 2. So, you know, we were short-handed coming in the gym, and then we got her hurt, then got in foul trouble. So it was a rough go. Well, since we're going to be playing short-handed, look like we're going to be playing short-handed for the rest of the way, we're probably going to try to have to play a lot of zone and try to slow the tempo of the game down.
All we can do is like give our all, give our best every game, no matter if we lose or win. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like if we give 100%, I think like we can consider ourselves winners anyway, as long as we know we did our best. But hopefully it's not as bad as she thinks it is, and I can be back.
Obviously a very disappointing day here in Toledo as the team boards the bus right now and heads back home. There's just a few more games of conference play coming up. You'll have those on your screen here in just a minute. I'm Bronson Peshlkai reporting from Toledo, Ohio for The Voice News.